Welcome to Eleanor's Kitchen. Today we're going to be making a kale and clementine salad with honey lime dressing. Pretty excited about this. We have a big old pot of kale, or bowl of kale. And the first thing I'm going to do after I've already washed my hands is I'm going to add some olive oil to the kale. So nobody likes kale that's like chewy and crunchy. I mean, maybe you do. Majority of people don't. So we're going to, I already went ahead and chopped this down real fine and took out any stems to make sure that we have a nice light kale going on here. So I'm going to try and get to, there we go. So get some olive oil in there, get your hands in there, and we're going to massage this around. So we want this nice and well loved here, you know, make it like your best friend. So just massage it real good. We want all these kale pieces to be just lightly coated in olive oil. While that's gonna sit a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and make the dressing. So we're just doing a simple honey lime dressing. So I have 6 tablespoons of fresh lime juice, and then I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of my olive oil. So I went ahead and put the olive oil in this handy dandy squeezy bottle, so it's super easy for cooking. This is a 1.5 tables measurement, so we are looking for 6 tablespoons of olive oil. And then 2 teaspoons of honey, so 4 teaspoons of honey. So there's 3 teaspoons in a tablespoon. So you can do the math with that, or you can just keep it simple. And then a teaspoon of Dijon. So what's great about adding Dijon to your dressings or vinaigrettes is that Dijon mustard is going to act as an emulsifier. So it's going to take that oil. As you can see, the oil and the lime juice are separated. So that Dijon mustard is going to bring them together. It's going to bind them. So there's some food science there for you in very layman's terms. So we have 2 teaspoons of Dijon. 2 rough teaspoons. And then I want to do chili powder, so half a teaspoon in total. I'm not real into measuring when I cook. I like to go by flavor. And I like a little bit of spice too, so we'll add a bit more. This recipe also calls for jalapeno. We don't have any on hand, unfortunately, so we're making do with extra chili powder. And then some salt, because salt adds a lot of flavor. And then we're just going to whisk it up. So I have this cute little whisk that I'm going to use, and just whisk it nice, just like that. You can see that Dijon is starting to bind those together, so it's not going to be as separated. And we're starting to see it really come together now and hold its color and its shape. All right, I'm going to set that aside for a moment. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to start to add the ingredients to the salad. So I want to have some fresh herbs in there. I really like having cilantro or parsley in my salads. It adds a lot of good fresh flavor to it, and it kind of makes you question like, what's actually in there besides lettuce? Because lettuce is just so exciting on its own, so we gotta spice it up a little bit. So I'm just picking the stems off of this, or picking the leaves off of this and leaving the stems behind. Could make a really bad joke there, but I'm gonna hold myself and behave. So no stems in our salad today. So one thing that's kind of nice to do while you're cooking is I love having music on, or I'll have a podcast going so I can catch up on all the things in the world that are going on. But just something entertaining, kind of makes it fun and exciting. So just gonna chop this up real fine. So I have all my leaves gathering on a pile, just chopping it up real fine. This way you don't get any big pieces kind of sticking to your tongue or your mouth. It's not the most pleasant thing to dive into. Okay, and then as I'm whenever I'm cooking, I always scrape with the back of the knife on the cutting board. This is going to give your knives a lot more life. If we're scraping on the cutting board with our knives, it's going to dull your knife a lot. So scrape with the back, just a nice little trick, and then you don't have to sharpen them as much. Okay, so we're going to start adding all of our things to the salad. We have our parsley, or cilantro, green stuff. I have mandarin oranges that I'm going to add in. I'm just going to add a little bit at a time, kind of see what it looks like and how much I want in there. You can use pomegranates if you have them on hand or you can find them. I use cranberries or craisins. These are reduced sugar, so I'm not real crazy about super sweet. And then some sunflower seeds. You can also do pumpkin seeds or pepitas. So those are going to have a little bit higher protein content. But the sunflower seeds are actually very affordable if you go to the grocery store, and they're going to have a lot of good nutrients in them. They're often overlooked just because you think of like old men spitting them out at the baseball field. So definitely consider getting some sunflower seeds into your diet again. So I went ahead and diced up this avocado a bit. So I sliced it in the avocado, and now I'm just scooping it out. So you can add more avocado to this recipe. I ate all of mine for breakfast, in my breakfast, so I'm not. And then last but not least, gonna add a little bit of feta. So I'm not seeing a lot of the ingredients that we added in here, so I'm just going to go ahead and add some more. Just because it is a bigger salad. Dump it all in there. You can add radishes to your salad. You can add apples if you want. You can add fresh clementines instead of the canned variety that I use. We didn't have any fresh ones on hand, so just making do with what I have. What's nice about this salad is you can really just make it whatever you want. And then I'm gonna pour some dressing onto this now. With other salads that are a little more fragile, I'll wait to add my dressing to when I have it. But with a kale salad, what's nice is you can make these ahead of time at the beginning of the week, and you can just let them sit and soak up that dressing, and I feel like they get better as the days go on, to be honest. So, alright, big old kale salad done. So add this to your routine. You can do this or a version of it early in the week. Like I said, for meal preps, it's a great thing to have in your fridge to always pull from when you're running around throughout the day and you're just like, I just don't really feel like cooking. You know you have something healthy to go to, and you can always build off this. So you can put some fresh fish that you filleted on there. You can have some tempeh or tofu or chicken that you have left over from the night before to it. Add some whole grains. You can do farro or fricka or quinoa on the side. You can even just put the grains right in there just to have a really nice salad all together. I hope you guys enjoyed my recipe. Please feel free to check out Elevated Nutrition for all of your health and wellness needs, and I hope you guys enjoy and make this salad on your own.